May Classic, right? Tide Enter offlane.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
guess. I mean, Tide is generally one of the safer offlaners these days, right?
yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Man stands ready.
I mean, it gives the opponents to grab some meta heroes like Earth Spirit and Sven. That's definitely helpful.
Well, so the Sven pickup is always interesting, actually, because we see that played in pretty much any
Yeah,
position except for mid right now.
yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it the shield got nerfed, I guess. So it's not that good on support anymore. Personally thinking, but it's still viable on offlane and carry.
I mean, at the same time, we've seen a couple of games in pro as well, where sort of the carry Sven just feels a little underwhelming.
Radiant
Yeah,
team
the RTC throw, right? I mean, they didn't throw what the team threw. That game broke my heart.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
So already two very high cooldown ultis on the side of potato farmers.
Yeah. It's always something to look out for, I suppose. And that's sort of both ways, right? You don't really want to fight into them when they've got all their ults, but if they don't have their ults, then let's go crazy. And I want to say Earth Spirit's pretty good against that kind of thing, right? Because you don't really
Spirit,
rely on your ulti too much.
yeah, Earth Spirit is really good versus Shadow Shaman because Shackle is almost useless. You can roll on him or silence from far away, and
Team pick.
yeah, it's even pretty decent against Tide Hunter. If you can manage to silence him and not damage him,
Hmm.
then you can buy time for your team to reposition.
Well, it's funny because they did pick the Shadow Shaman into this Earth Spirit, so I guess they really wanted that Shadow. I mean, he is obviously one of the stronger supports right now, but
10 seconds
I'm
remaining.
just wondering if
Like,
they're thinking
yeah, in
because I mean,
lane six,
Remaining.
Shadow Shaman can push, right? That's one of the most unique things about him as a support.
Shadow Shaman can push very well. He does his own thing, and preferably you want to run Shadow Shaman as position 4, so he can get a little bit of space. He doesn't have to worry about warding and stuff, and he can just get one lane, the dead lane, and hide in the jungle and just nuke the wave repeatedly.
Radiant
Yeah,
team
such an
pick.
obnoxious way to play. And okay,
Okay, so now one thing is happening, like Doom is still in the pool, right? Like
yeah,
this is the classic combo, Grimstroke plus Doom, and Steel Wolves still don't have their offlane unless Sven is going offlane. And
that is a very
Grimstroke,
good point.
yeah. So
And
unless like potato farmers want to pick something like position 4 Doom or something like that, I think Steel Wolves will pick that hero.
because the Doom is really good against the Tidehunter as well.
Yeah, you Doom him, he can't purge it off with his Kraken Shell.
As Grimstroke pick really goes with the other two heroes as well. The Sven, the Earth Spirit,
Dire
just
team
stick on top of you, and
Okay, so potato farmers are going all in the lanes. They know that Grimstroke plus Earth Spirit is not the strongest lane supports, and Undying plus Shadow Shaman are very, very strong lane supports. So they want to dominate the lanes.
that's
They
fair
can
enough.
do it.
I mean, the Grimstroke and the Earth Spirit, they're
remaining.
they're more of the run around and actually kill people
Radiant
kind,
team
right?
pick.
Grimstroke doesn't do that well in lane unless like right situations are there.
Well, speaking of
Okay,
right situations, though, he's now got a Weaver on his team. That's another great partner to put the Inkswell on.
yeah, this is good. This is a good pick. Except that he will have some trouble till he gets BKB
10
from Shadow
seconds
Shaman.
remaining.
Like if he gets caught with Hex plus Shackle, he'll instantly die.
Hmm.
least in early to mid game. And this meta is like it's based on mid heroes, so Chemister's hero will be very important. Like whatever he picks, SF or OD or
team back.
anything, it will do a lot. Or Ember Spirit, this hero will do a lot. He'll start rotating and go for Weaver kills if possible early on.
Shouldn't you be worried about the Earth Spirit Silence though?
Now I'm fine with our Spirit Silence because generally Ember Spirit gets used in this kind of
Red team
situations
back.
because there are already two silences, right? Grimstroke and Earth Spirit.
Hmm.
That's not the thing, but Earth Spirit is so powerful. Like if he gets a good start in first 5 minutes, and once he gets level 6, he can start rotating on either of the side lane and start killing the cores of the other team. And that's where Potato Farmers have a huge
Team pick.
advantage in their leading stage.
Potato farmers ban out the Morphling here.
Yeah,
And
they
so
don't
is
have any.
it? This is going to be a mid Ember, right?
Yeah, this is mid ember. Most probably it's mid ember. Camisa plays it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And this is a lot of control to play against from both sides, honestly.
Yep.
I don't think you want to be picking up a squishy core here, but a lot of the tankier ones, the Ursa, the Life Stealer,
Yeah, I
well,
still like Ursa will be good this game. Once he gets
Ursa's banned.
BKB, okay, Ursa is Ursa is not Ursa is banned. Okay, right.
I mean,
So what do
Ursa
we have?
Shadow Shaman's a classic combo, right? Just ultimate place, maul them to death.
Juggernaut is Juggernaut is banned too. So what do we
Right?
have? We have Blade, we have TB. What else do we have on
Dire team
carries?
pick.
Clicks. Okay.
What?
Uh, okay. Tell me, Grimstroke silence. Is it projectile? Can you dodge it?
I'm pretty sure you can't.
Okay. It's like Weaver bug, right?
Yeah. I imagine
10
so.
seconds remaining.
I really did not expect the Cling spec, actually.
This is a lot in the lanes now. Like Klinks can almost solo or duo lane. He doesn't need much help, then he can start getting levels. And both the supports can do so much on the map with Ember Spirit that they are going all in the early mid game to finish this game by 30-35 minutes at
Uh,
max.
okay, I guess with the Clinks they do push really fast. And oh
Choose your
boy.
hero.
Oh boy.
This Ember is not going to have fun time.
Although, isn't the Undying good against the Meepo?
Eh, did they fix it? Like, does he get strength from all the Meepos? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure, actually.
Nor
Let's
me.
see. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, only one of them gets the strength stolen. Okay, I guess not then. I mean, the Meepo's
And
great when it comes to taking down the Tombstone as well.
Chemister will like to go Battle Fury build or Maelstrom build. I don't know. Like he can go face boots into drums into
I
you
mean,
know.
the build-up's so slow if you go for the Battle Fury.
Yeah, but it's like the game is going to be so weird.
I'll give you that. The game is going to be really weird, actually. Any Meepo games are weird, but then you've got a lot of rat potential as well on both sides. This is going to be really strange.
A lot will be based on mid lane, like how they are going to play the mid lane and how Chemister is going to deal with Meepo and how he's going to know his timings. That I can't lane versus Meepo now, or I can kill the Meepo right now, or I can go to the side lane and kill someone.
Do you
So
swap lanes,
it's
actually? I feel like
uh,
Clinks would have a much better matchup against Meepo mid.
yeah. Klinks will have definitely better matchup. Yeah, they can do that actually.
Because Meepo can easily poof through a Flame Guard at even level, right? That's not even a question.
So are you introducing the players?
Yeah. On the side of potato farmers, I guess. We do have Sorrow picking up the Clinks Hemisphere on the Ember Spirit, May on the Tidehunter Classic, Cass on the Undying, and Pika on the Shadow Shaman. And on the side of the Wolves, I actually don't know what that stands for. What's the X stand for? Something Steel Wolves?
I don't have an idea.
Anyway, we've got Astaroth on the Weaver, Grim playing that Sven, a Grimstroke being played by Nijadal, and Reflex on the Meepo, and Jan on the Urspirit. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is a full Pinoy stack.
Okay.
And, I mean, May stack is pretty international, right?
Yeah, it's pretty international.
So will national pride prevail, or will a perfect picture of peace and harmony?
What do you imply? Like Pinoys aren't like perfect?
Well, no, but May stack is like, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I get you.
interracial cooperation,
Yeah.
or interracial, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so apparently Ember is still going, but he doesn't care about Meepo.
I mean, the thing with the change to Sleight of Fist does mean you can actually dodge poof, right? It's 18-second cooldown.
It's like basically this camp will be very important for Ember Spirit. He can just cut the trees, stack this camp, and repeatedly farm. So he
Right.
can't do anything. Same will be going for Meepo. Like one of the guy is going to lose the mid matchup, and he has to start going back to jungle. But Meepo can jungle much more easily. Ember can't.
Hmm.
Ember can, but it's a lot slower in compared to him. So it will be very
I'm
interesting.
just worried about the supports rotating in. If you're spending your slights, all your resources to actually fight just the Meepo in lane, and then all of a sudden an Earth Spirit or a Grimstroke, either one of them really, if they show up, that's kind of bad news for an Ember.
Yeah, it is. But Undying can always TP and heal the Ember Spirit, preferably.
Mm,
Or Shaman can also TP. Like they don't fight of fist, they can turn around the fight. It will be based on like who gets a final start at level like till minute 2. Who gets level 3 first?
Seems a lifetime ago
mm.
we last gave thanks.
Definitely does feel like a very skill-based matchup.
Okay, so this is very interesting. Ember is waiting to see if someone is warding.
Well,
Okay, they have two. What? They have
that
two
is
wards in mid?
interesting. That is very interesting. The double ward mid. Oh,
Yeah.
we're saying how this mid matchup is pretty important, but I don't know if it's important enough to put two wards down. As a
Yeah,
top lane, or
no,
Spirit, he
because
actually gets the roll onto the Tidehunter, but the Inkswell disappeared by that time, so they're not going to be able to take down May there. It's just going to be a rune fight. Weaver able to pick up that rune, so that makes it actually 4
two.
runes. Jeez. Okay.
That's 2 for 2, right?
2 for 2. All right. Yeah. Sorry. That one. Top lane, May in a lot of trouble. Actually, Shikuchi, and that is the Dead Tidehunter.
Yeah.
That
But
they didn't even use the Inkswell there. It only came in after May was dead, but that is not good.
man, this is Like it's okay. We will also pop the Sal.
I mean, he's got
So
5 more tangos, 6 more tangos. I don't think he cares. I'm just worried
top lane.
about them having a dual lane up here against the tri lane. Aren't they just gonna get gone on every single time? And yeah, look,
But
the pings are
then
coming out. They're going now. Again. Inkswell gonna proc after the rolling boulder. Although actually, Ursprit, he's taking a lot of damage. Is he gonna die? Alright, Ursprit goes down first. They trade 1 for 1. I guess that's not too bad.
like he took so much damage from creep, that's why he died.
Yeah. Melee hero without a stout shield.
Yeah, and he also cancelled the clarity from Grimstroke, so expect.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to eat my words about them losing this lane.
And mid lane Chemister is doing fine. Yeah, for now.
Oh. Are you seeing the skill bubble on this Meepo? It's gone 1-1-1-1-0.
Yep. I
It,
mean, if you can get the net, you can probably deny and last it more easily. Like you won't let the Ember deny, right? That's a
I
good
mean,
thing.
he's trading now, but without the ransack. Okay, finally he levels up. But there we go. That's a slight dodging the poofs. As
That's
top
good.
lane, we just missed the kill. And still a little bit more action. Are they gonna go? They have the boulder. They have the Inkswell, but they're just gonna pull back at these creeps.
Okay, so
Bottom lane as well, actually. Sven,
oh, is that?
that is
Hit.
literally
He has to.
single-digit health there, but he's gonna be fine.
I would have rather died here because
Actually, yeah. I mean, that is
six
something we
kills.
see a lot, right? People just commit suicide. Instead, he's gonna have to do the walk of shame.
He has to walk, he has to TP back, and then he'll eat more arrows from the slinks, and he'll miss so much XP.
I mean, this Clinks is having a perfect time in lane, right? You're never gonna die to a Sven. As a mid, a couple more poofs, but actually, Chemister, he just turns around and kills him.
This is very bad for Meepo right now. Chemister already has bottle. He'll start taking rune control, and he'll take over the game in like next 3-4 minutes.
I mean, on the other hand, this Meepo, this is pretty much worst case scenario, right? Meepo is not a I want to catch up. It's more of a I want to be dominating the whole game hero.
He's already level 5 on Meepo, Ember Spirit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the Flame Guard coming out, and the poofs actually aren't enough to take it down, so he's going to try and fight this. Now the Sleight of Fist. Doesn't have enough mana for the chains, though. As top lane, Inkswell pops, but doesn't actually do too much of a stun. Now they're going to turn things around. Cass has made his way up there. It's a Grimstroke. Very low HP, turns around, has the Stroke of Faith, but will go down. Knows that he's dead, tries to get the trade, and they will successfully do it. So, Grimstroke making the ultimate sacrifice there. I mean, Cass, he's getting hit, but he's got 20 stolen strength. I don't think he cares. I mean...
Bottom lane, how did Clinks there? Okay, Clinks there to...
Yeah, man, there's so much action happening. I can't catch all of this. Well, Pika does finally come back in. They get the Weaver, but I don't think they can kill this guy. They'll get a bit of damage, but yeah, he's fine. He's going to scoot out of there. As more action mid lane, more action everywhere. Dear Lord, is he going to die again? The Meepo just died again?
Yep. This is very bad. Like,
I mean, now he doesn't even... Yeah, he actually doesn't have the TP. It's such a... I mean, you know you're in trouble when you die before your TP is on cooldown.
I think Ember should just revenant and go back to base with TP. But I think he's saving the TP, so probably if like Weaver dies top lane, dives the tower top lane, he can TP there. Only that is the idea. Okay, bounty runes.
Yeah.
I think it will be 2 for each. Yeah.
The Wolf supports have made the run around, so they've left top lane. Does look like the Weaver should be able to find farm, but that's a lot of the pressure gone, which means, of course, the supports from potato farmers can do the moving around as well. So we see Pika here, trying to go for something mid, drops a ward.
I don't think Weaver is farming that well. He only has 13 assets right now.
Actually, well, when you put it like that, he's not farming well, but it's not like Mei is farming well either.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. Thailander doesn't care, right? He only needs levels. But on Weaver, you need lots of early set items. That's what matters a lot.
Hmm.
And
I mean, if we do compare
finding
him to his counterpart on the other side, Sorrow, 23 last, it's actually gonna not dodge that. He's just gonna run away, or not, because in come the supports. That sentry, though, not actually enough to hold him in place, as, oh no, another kill mid.
now Ember can go bot, or I think he'll start and make a move in bot, preferably with this double damage rule. Yeah, he'll go bot and try to kill
Yeah,
the core.
he's gonna have 2 remnants here, which should be plenty, I believe, considering that he's grossly overleveled. Aggressive remnant, and look at that damage. This Grimstroke, he is gonna be able to take out the Clinks before he goes down, but I don't think this is gonna end well for them. Or apparently not, because Chemister
Yeah,
ran out of mana.
Chemister messed up a little. He didn't wait for his chains to come off cooldown, and he's back to mid.
So, all in all, it's actually not too bad for our Pinoy stack. They trade 1 for 1, but they take down this Clinks, who was having a pretty much undisturbed paradise. Top lane. They want to get onto this Weaver. He's popped all his stick charges already, and actually he is so squishy. That Tidehunter deals so much damage, it seems.
Exactly. This even Shadow Shaman has 86 base damage. It's so
Yeah.
hard.
Dire's middle
Oh,
They're trying to pressure this bot tower a lot, and I don't know. It's not working out for them. Clinks also has ulti.
bottom lane, they go for this Clinks. And looks like they are going to get him. They botched the combo a little bit. Clink's just going to get taken down there by that Ren coming out from the Spirit, which does come back, which means they can interrupt the shackles. And with that, it appears Sven is going to be able to run away. Oh no, now the Centaur.
I mean, they should probably. I don't know. Like Chemister again has a good rune, haste rune. He should be looking for more kills after pushing this wave.
Speaking of Chemister, he's gone for the drums build, and he's got a haste rune. We'll see what he can do with that. Meepo looks like he wants to poof away, and he will be able to do so. No chains coming out there.
He's
As
going to he wants to kill this guy.
yeah, our Weaver. He does have the level 6, but unfortunately Earth Spirit does not have Weaver ulti there. Sure wishes he did. That's going to be an easy cleanup.
Right? Will they stack? They won't stack. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So the interesting thing is no one is taking towers right now, but Shadow Shaman is probably looking to get level 6, and he can start, pressuring towers with his ulti.
Well, he will get it when we hit the 10-minute mark and he gets his tome, but maybe they want to give that to someone else. This Undying is super underleveled, although I'm not really sure what having extra levels on this Undying would do.
Yeah. Actually, Undying can take mid lane once Ember is off the map, because I think he has the items now, drums plus brown boots. Now we can start killing some people, farming
Oh,
efficiently.
bottom lane, Clinks yet again is going to get taken down there. They commit the Sven ulti, and really not too much that the supports of potato farmers can do. In fact, we're not done yet. They're going to go under the tower here. Shadow Shaman stunned up, silenced up. Is going to take down that Wraith. Now the Soul Rip coming in, giving him just enough health there to live. And here comes the Cavalry Chemister. Okay, this guy has got the drums. He's got the double kill. And we're still not done, actually. I mean, Grimstroke is certainly dead here. The question is, can he take the bounty rune away? And he will not be able to do so. Chemister does finally pick up the proper double kill. Although, oh no, he's going to pick up the... Excuse me?
Is he going to get the courier?
Okay, he's not going to do it.
it.
I feel like he could have tried. He would probably have to commit all his remnants. And maybe would have died as a result, but I feel like he could have tried.
Yeah.
And top lane, yet again. Our Weaver is on very low health, very low mana too. Did I just see an Earth Spirit ult and do absolutely nothing? Earth Spirit just ulted and did absolutely nothing, but it doesn't matter, they get the kill anyway. So we'll pretend like that didn't happen.
I mean, probably our spirit is telling his team right now, please don't fight for like 2 minutes. I don't have any stones left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has 1 stone left right now. Mid lane?
Yeah, mid lane yet again. Ember Spirit doesn't actually have too much backup here, but it doesn't seem like he needs it. And he's got a regen rune, so he's going to be regenning really fast. Only has 1 remnant, otherwise I'm pretty sure he would try and go for this kill.
Grim is nearby. He doesn't spot him right now.
Yeah, oh, now he shows himself with that stroke of fate.
Radiant structures are
Oh,
Okay,
this is
so-
one hell of a rotation.
Okay, bottom
They-
lane they took the tower with Shadow Shaman.
Yeah,
We
they
missed
took mid lane though. That's where the action's at. Ember Spirit, he only has that 1 remnant but rooted in place. This is what the free Meepos does. He had a lot of backup, but there's backup from the other side too. Under the tower, they get the shackles, but Pika, he can't channel it long enough. Now this Earth Spirit running in, pretending he has his ultimate up. Ooh, Weaver nearly gets taken down there.
I mean, May is farming so much right now. He's getting all the space in the world.
is under
Yeah,
He's just
a lot of farm missed by this Weaver too, going for that rotation. We were kind of talking about how he wasn't doing too well in terms of farm. Now he's 3rd in net worth, so it does seem like he's caught up, but I mean, May is
but
definitely having a disproportionately good time. He's level 8,
under attack.
working towards that mech. Should have that around the 15-minute mark.
Meepo kind of caught up
Dire's
because he got the Ember Spirit kill, got 600 gold from it, and he's close to Blink again. So he can start looking to do stuff on map soon.
I
And
mean, we
Ember is
were
doing
talking
great.
about how this Ember Spirit, how he can move around, but he really hasn't done too much of that, mostly sitting in mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, he did try. He got 3 ganks off, and it was good. But like the bottom gank he tried, it wasn't that successful, and he only got a support kill.
I mean, it's all very reactionary from him so far. We might see something to react to in a second. Top lane, the Hex comes out here onto the Grimstroke. Clinks is doing a whole lot of damage and taking out the support already. Now Weaver in trouble. Eats the Ravage, goes down before he gets his ultimate off, and well, Earth Spirit, now he's coming. Now he drops the ultimate. Now the buyback's coming. Double in buyback here. Nepo comes in, doesn't have the Blink Dagger, doesn't need it, but as we were saying, here comes that reaction. Here comes Chemistry. He's got the Remnants, he's got the Flame Guard. Can he actually do it though? There's no more Ravage. Clink's gonna get taken down.
I don't think this is a good buyback. Like both.
I mean, this is 2 buybacks from either side so far. And well, Chemistry
Oh my god. Is this
trying to
buyback?
clean up here. Weaver pops a time lapse back onto the other side. Does not have a TP. We'll see where he ends up Shikuchiing to. Do they have the control? For now, looks like the answer is no. It's just the Undying and the Ember Spirit. Astaroth gonna be able to get his way out of there, I think.
Okay, now probably they can try. I don't know what happened. Buybacks on both the sides.
I mean, I feel like the buyback from Steel Wolves wasn't necessary. I feel like they could have just pulled back, but I think after the buybacks came out from Steel Wolves, and then you get the reactionary buybacks, I feel like that's a little more understandable mid lane. Blink Dagger has been completed by this Meepo, but a bit of miscommunication there, perhaps. Or Spirit rolls and Meepo doesn't blink in, so that's gonna be that. Just trading towers mid for top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pika is going Ethelins on Shadow Shaman. And Meepo is hunting him. Bonus night vision.
Ooh.
And
Roll in from out of nowhere, it seems. And here comes the Meepo blinking also in from out of nowhere, and that is a dead. That is a very long death timer because of the buyback, actually. It's surprisingly long for this stage in the game.
Ember is used now, so they're still looking to fight.
Huh?
And Meepo is. Ember is used after.
I mean, like you say though, this is the looking to fight build. This is not the I want to get a Battle Theory AFK farm. This is the I want to go and actually join every single fight. But so far he's only been reacting, although now, here we go, bottom lane. That is a very, very pitiful Sven shield in the face of all this damage. And, well, he did waste 2 remnants, I suppose. That's probably his biggest contribution at that point. As, ooh, top lane. Okay. What on earth was our Undying doing there?
He was just getting levels, man. You don't know support life. He's just level 6, he just wanted some levels. And people just came at them. It's bad.
Well, in any case, he dies, and with him, so does the tower. As we have a similar motion bottom lane. Do they want to drop the wards here? Looks like they do. They're gonna take this tower pretty damn fast, with or without it. Glyph comes out, delaying the inevitable as they go for the trade on the other side.
I think they are going to defend.
Yeah, the side of wolves don't push nearly as fast as potato farmers, so we'll see if potato farmers want to defend this. The wolves are setting up for a bit of a trap here, holding the high ground, holding the shrine, almost waiting to see for any TPs to come in, and it is going to be the Ember Spirit, possibly the hardest person to take down, but they're going to go for him anyway. The roll comes in, as does the silence. Do they have enough damage though? Absolutely not. I mean, Chemistry, he's got that Yule Scepter anyway, so not even close to being in trouble. And that trap has backfired pretty spectacularly. Now Grimstroke under fire from this Clinks, and another double kill there for Chemistry.
I mean, even if like he got some reactionary plays off, he's doing pretty well for his team.
Yeah.
And you see this warding vision from Dire. They have 3 wards in the same area. They wanted to take this tower so much. They've committed so much vision here, and probably potato farmers can, just play away from this area if they can. They should know that this area should be warded by now.
Yeah. Do you see a couple of sentries drop, but they aren't quite able to find it? Don't think that matters. They're just going to go for the push instead. Your top tier 2 isn't in trouble if you're pushing the enemy tier 2. So, what does it matter? I mean, they should be feeling quite strong at this point, right? You've got the mech completed on Tidehunter. You've got your Ravage up. You've got the wards up in another 10 seconds. I feel like the question really is whether or not the Wolves try to defend this. And from their positioning, it looks like they do not want to do that. Weaver going to take the trade bot.
I don't think how this Dragon Lens is going to help much on Weaver.
Okay, now he drops the wards. Pika drops the wards when the tower is at 30% health. I feel like they could have maybe even threatened high ground, but in any case, after the tower goes down, here comes the Wolves for that belated defense. Earth Spirit goes in, doesn't want to drop his ultimate yet, not onto this Tidehunter who has the Ravage. Ravage comes out, but it's only onto this Earth Spirit here. Now Chemistry wants to find some more remnants forward. Not going to pop his Yules here, though. Just going to take down that Wraith and play it cool. Looks like with that, both these teams just gonna back off.
Dire should take fight now. They should smoke immediately and try and take a fight right now, because they know that both Shadow Shaman wards and Tide entry is down.
Yeah, that is certainly what it looks like this Meepo is trying to do. Trying to make use of that offensive vision, but doesn't quite find the target. You're running around here.
They're playing like too passive right now. They can do much better. I think they are waiting for Sven Blink Dagger. Yeah, Sven is Blink Dagger now.
Meepo's gonna have a Hex pretty damn soon, actually. I think if he picks up a couple of bounty runes here.
Yeah, this is going to be a big timing right now. He's going to buy a Hex right now.
Yeah. There's another minute or so until Tidehunter has that Ravage up. Is this going to be the timing here for our Meepo for this Sven with a blink?
Okay, only one guy is moved up, I guess. The Grimstroke.
Interesting. I mean, again, very indecisive bottom lane. The Hex comes out. It's onto the Ember Spirit. who does have that Yules, but he's rooted up here. Does have a Remnant out. Looks like he's going to be fine. And there we go. He is out. Actually, is the root going to come in? Oh no, Chemistry. He's actually rooted up. Doesn't have the Yules anymore. Does have a couple more Remnants. This is going to be pretty damn close. A blink forward. He gets the root yet again. Now the Poof's coming in. The Hex is up a second time. And that Hex is coming in big.
And now they are smoked up, so they'll definitely take this bottom tower, no matter what.
Ah,
And
Ravage not up for another 20. Looks like that's going to be an undefensible tower here.
yeah, Sven is also TPing bot, so they aren't going to lose any heroes top lane. And Radiant doesn't have any objective to top lane apart from Roshan. But Ember Spirit is dead, and they don't have the best Roshan either.
Bottom tower is under
I mean, they've got the Shadow Shaman wards.
Yeah, but they don't have any minus armor, no Deso, no Solar Crest, no Medallion of Courage, nothing like that. They still have Gush, but it's only level 2. So I don't know. Pass.
I mean, just looking at the items, actually, Sorrow, he's sitting right now on a Dragon Lance and working towards a BKB. He actually feels kind of weak right now. I don't know if that's just me. He's actually bottom in net worth of all the cores, even below both offlaners, actually.
I think his contribution in fights is going to be Zed. That's all. But even for that, he needs some damage item.
I mean, that's sort of my concern, right? You pop the BKB and then what?
Probably he gets level 15 talent. He's so under-leveled, man. He feels like a support right now. Level 11 at 22 minutes. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, level 15 talent on Clinks is so good. And at that time, that he does so much damage. But that time is gone now. It's already 22 minutes of the game.
I mean, is the Clink's ulti even going to be that effective? Because a lot of the damage is going to be on multiple Meepos, right? That sort of spreads the damage out in a way.
Meepo is close to getting started.
Oh, wow.
He froze.
Literally just finished that Hex, and now he's almost got a Scatty. Well, 5 heroes sitting around mid here. They've got the Ravage back up. But, do they really want to go for this push? They don't quite have too much vision right now. All the vision that the Radiant has is very defensive. You can kind of see the hesitation coming out from them here.
It's like Tyranitar can go in the front, but no one can push the towers, right?
Oh, here we go. This is the fight. Soulbind comes out, but that's the Scrimstroke's only contribution, although he does buy back right now. Tidehunter, the silence will expire, and here comes that Ravage. It's good onto free heroes. Clink's dealing the damage. And now Grimstroke, he's just TP'd in here, gonna die yet again. And his Earth Spirit friend is not gonna suffer any better.
Yeah. How did he get the vision in that area?
They actually warded from the low ground onto the high ground where that tombstone just expired. But as they were killing the ward, then Chemistry came forward and took out this Grimstroke. Pretty...
Shen was very fast with his fingers. Got the searing chain combo off.
Yeah.
And he's going
We do have a situation here.
Yeah,
We've got a Meepo. Okay, Meepo's going to TP back, so they're going to fight this. They're not going to go for the base trade, perhaps. A couple of Meepos still bottom. Can they delay the back here? Smoke gets popped immediately by our Earth Spirit, who has rolled in, and oh, look at this. Look at this. The Undying sacrificing himself, trying to buy some time. Does buy enough time for most of his cores to get out, but looks like Mei is going to be the sacrifice here, although top lane, the free Meepos. And now the 4 Meepos, actually. Cass is just bullet back here, and he is going to die. The Undying has died. But here comes the double damage Chemistra. Can he actually do this? He's hexed up. I don't think he can do this. He's dead. That's enough. What?
I don't know, man. He just came one by one and all died.
I mean, the buybacks are coming out now, but just one after another. Sorrow, can he actually deal the deeps? That Ransack is healing up this low health main Meepo so much. I mean, Ember Spirit's got the buyback, right? You know, he can buy back, but he really does not want to. And they don't have the Tidehunter. They don't have the Undying. He died back there, so that's just gonna be a clean lane of Rax, and we're not done yet. The Blink Hex comes in the Hex in return, but that's 4 Meepos. You can't Hex them all.
Is this Meepo solo carrying their game?
I believe that is exactly what is happening. Oh, and what a perfect time.
And now they're going to go for Roshan.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
No Ravage. Oh, no, they do have the Ravage. They do have the Ravage back up. And they're down a buyback on the Clinks, down a buyback on this Undying.
he's going for second Skadi. He'll be sorting. I don't think they can kill him. They don't have enough damage for him.
Well, if he's trying to take Roshan at the same time, then perhaps May leading the way here. Would have loved to pick up that Arcane Rune, but Grimstroke picks it up first, and into the pit we go. Lots of slides coming out. Tidehunter does get hexed. He does have the Ravage, and he finally does let it loose. One of the Meepos is actually super low here. This could be the fight that they finally need. And, okay, Godlight Shriek finally ended their Meepo dead. No buyback. Now they're trying to lock down the rest of this Dire team, and they will do so successfully.
Okay,
All right.
Undying got the Aegis. He sold the Aegis. Or this fight would have been much harder for them if Meepo got the Aegis.
I actually want to check the order of things happening. Okay, so Roshan did die first, and then right after that. Okay, so yeah, you are correct. If Meepo had taken the Aegis,
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
and all of a sudden here we are in the opposite scenario. 47 seconds without Meepo is probably going to be enough time for them to take down this mid lane of Rex. The question is what after that, because Meepo's actually not dead for too long. Hex comes out here onto the Weaver. What has he gotten himself into? He does get the ultimate off just barely. Now he's got the Inkswell onto him into the backlines. Going straight for the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman down. No buyback on him. And oh no.
He missed.
That is a dead core. And dead cores are not good. And it's going to be a dead Undying with the Aegis. Which means he's going to die a second time probably. Tidehunter trying to get out. Will finally get out there. Just barely. The roll not coming in. And Undying has accepted his fate.
Yeah.
That was a surprisingly good hold there. I feel like that shouldn't have been allowed to happen. I feel like if anything, this Weaver should have just died and that should have been a full lane of Rax, but somehow not dying there meant they were able to turn it around, and back the other way we go. Back the other way we go.
But the Meepo push is so much scary.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, he's gonna go for a second Scotty now. He's got 2.3k health on main Meepo. Now he's even got illusions.
He's thinking for sure. He doesn't want to give anything on the back to the opponents. He knows that they have one Rax advantage and they should just build from here.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
I mean, do you force things? Because you know that the enemy is down a couple of buybacks, right?
Yeah. But I don't think there is a reason to force the game. Like they can farm up much more than the opponents and then get the key items and then start going for the team fights, because Weaver once he gets his BKB he will be very hard to catch. So probably they should wait for Weaver BKB timings. Probably that. And I don't know what else.
I mean, to look at it another way, once this Weaver gets BKB, how the hell do you kill him?
Yeah, exactly. That's a point. Once he gets BKB, you can't kill him.
Because it's not like this Clinks has got nearly enough damage. How do you feel about the choice of December Spirit? So he's gone for the fighting build to start off with. Now he's going back for the Maelstrom and then into the Lincoln. So this isn't that, you know, hyper carry, multiple battle furies, multiple Daedalus.
Yeah, he built the Lincolns because he knows that if he gets next, then he's dead. So he can just react out. He can get out of, you know, dying instantly. I don't know. You're right, his damage won't be that much. At least right now. He'll still need Shiva's guard after this Lincoln Sphere.
Dire are
But then, if the Ember Spirit's not doing damage and the Clinks isn't doing damage, then how do you ever kill this Meepo? And this
Like
Sven, and this Weaver.
all the damage is coming from Mass Serpent wards and the Undying 2 slow, the Ravage, and all the Revenant damage. That's why they are winning the team fights. But it's like the opponents are also making so many mistakes, setting up many of the tanks. I don't think if they play correctly, they will get the chance to come back in this game.
I mean, the matter of fact is that you're up almost 20,000 net worth.
Yeah.
Up Elena
And
Rax as well.
Klinks isn't feeling that good right now. 31 minutes, 15 level. His Shadow Shaman has higher level than him.
Well, Weaver does finally have the BKB.
Yeah. And the ward instantly gets dewarded.
Yeah, feels bad. You almost know it's gonna happen as well, but you still have to try, right?
Meepo is like, let me farm another Skadi, then we go Roshan, and then we end this game. Found him. That's what it's saying.
Classic triple Scotty Meepo.
So I think that support should get force up and stuff, right now.
Sorry?
In fact, Grimstock went for Aetherlens. I think he should have went for force up instead of Aetherlens. We see a Hex on V1. It's fine.
It would have been a scenario where a Force Staff would have been useful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things about the BKB, right? It doesn't matter if you have a BKB. If you die before you can get it off, then there's not quite anything to save this Weaver if he does get gone on.
Yeah. They still have some solutions like Earth Spirit roll in, kicking Weaver out of the damage. But then Earth Spirit is pay attention, and he's dead right now.
Yeah, stepped a little too far forward there. Now Weaver getting rooted up, actually. Instant time lapse, they're not gonna risk anything.
Doesn't matter, 35 seconds cooldown. I think the opponents can still not get out of the base because Earth Spirit can always buyback. Does he have buyback? Yeah, he has buyback. He's going for Crimson Guard, so that's really good. So much damage mitigation for Clinks. That is good item choice.
And, I mean, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Where the hell is the damage gonna come from?
Yeah.
I mean, once this Meepo gets in ages, how do you kill him twice? That's practically impossible.
Nah, it's not possible. And there is TD top lane. Someone picked up.
Minimum timer for Roshan now as well. We'll see how long the timer is actually gonna be.
Yeah, it will just fall. Everything will fall right into the place for Dire right now. Aegis will spawn. DD will.
I mean, you could pick up a bottle at this point, actually. See that quite a lot these days. Especially because you can buy a bottle from the secret shop. And
DD is better on Weaver right now rather than Meepo. I'll give it to Weaver.
I mean, you don't get the multiple Meepo damage anymore, right? I know you used to.
Okay, Weaver is going for what? That's sad.
Oh, this is interesting. Chemistar's got the BKB queued up now.
Yeah, he's like, I should get BKB. If I get silenced and all this stuff, I won't be able to use my spells effectively. Even if I have Lincolns.
So there's no way you get the BKB and the Lincolns, right? But he's got the Perseverance already. So you turn that. So the logical conclusion is now Battlefield, right? You gotta go to Battlefield.
Yeah. It's good versus Meepo.
And here we go. Roshan is up. The scan comes out, but no one's in the pit. Invisible Clinks leading the way, the rest of his team smoke behind him, and actually Grimstroke, he knew that something was up there. Now from the high ground, Clinks raining fire down onto the Heathens from below. Grimstroke taken out. And now the counter initiation. Do they have the damage to take down this Clinks? Clinks, he's got the BKB now, so it looks like they're not going to be able to take him down. And now the damage coming out from the Clinks ultimate takes down the Earth Spirit as well. Sven, his BKB is about to run out here. Is gonna perhaps not gonna be able to take down Saru there. Oh no. He's just gonna get hexed up, shackled up, and he will certainly die, perhaps. Yes, he will die here, but what is the trade-off? Hex comes out, Clinks has showed up, and Clinks... Sorry, no, not Clinks. Meepo. Clinks getting cleaned up as Weaver pops his own BKB. And now the real cleanup crew's here. It's Mr. Meepo going for this Tidehunter. It's taking quite a long time to kill him, that Kraken Shell. He's doing a lot of work. Now he's got the Guardian Grease. But, well, very optimistic TP there. Not gonna happen. The slow, painful death of a Tidehunter.
I think this is GG. Like, do they have buybacks?
No buybacks. That BKB just broke Chemister's bank, so... I think you might be right. And this is a Meepo with free... what they call free scatties. It's definitely Megas, if not GG.
Yeah, this is Vegas.
Radiant's middle tower
Alright,
has fallen.
they're gonna go for the Megas, not the GG.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
It's gonna be around 20 seconds or so left when all the Rexes go down. If you're the Wolves, you can potentially try to end it, or just go back, take the Roshan. We'll see how sadistic they're feeling.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen with dire.
That is the Megas there. A Hex out onto the Weaver. He is running super fast with that super hasted Shikuchi.
Yeah, level 25 talent. They want to end this game.
Alright. Here we go, the final defense of the potato farmers. Will they have to suffer from a horrible famine? No Ravage. Double BKB being popped. Looks like the Wolves want to end this right here, right now. Although they're actually going for the fight here. There's no Ravage, so nothing funny gonna be coming out here. Ember Spirit takes down the backline. So they do have the Grimstroke dying back there. But here comes Meepo, has the Hex yet again. Although Ember Spirit able to survive just barely there. No more Geo Strike, so he's not going to take down. And now the Ravage finally coming out. One of the Meepos is super low. Can they actually take him down, or will he heal back up? Ransack, what an ability. Oh my god, he's actually doing it. How is he still not dead? Finally, he gets taken down there by our Ember Spirit. Finally coming in for the defense, but that's free buybacks. And that's still Megas.
Weaver is buyback.
Yeah. And who bought back? That was...
Right into Roshan, but he bought back, so he wants to get Roshan.
Well, that is a hold, I suppose. Of sorts. Relatively. Though it is all relative.
Guess what? Ember Spirit will have Battle Fury to defeat its Mega.
Is that going to be enough, though? Not to mention, he's got to get to the secret shop to buy it.
He also has Maelstrom, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely pretty effective. I suppose if there was a hero who could defend, it would be Ember Spirit. And I guess by that token as well, a lot of the potato heroes are good at holding Ancients.
yeah.
I
even
guess.
Tide doesn't take any damage. See, it doesn't care. Okay.
Surely you get a Vlad's at this point.
If this Shadow 7 is going to get level 25, what will it take? Plus 50 watts damage or plus 400 ether shoot damage?
For my coffin.
I feel like the wards damage gives you the chance of a reverse.
And
Rat or
definitely it's
something?
better to take 400 ether
I'm
shoot
just thinking
damage
about the counterpush potential. If they do manage to take a successful fight, they're gonna have to deal damage on the other side of the map, right?
Yeah,
I feel like
you're
that's...
right. That's more important, I guess, if they want to win the game. It's very tough though.
Courier making its way to the secret shop. Please don't get taken down,
Okay.
Mr. Courier. Mr. Courier, are you okay? That's a lot of cargo you're carrying there, Mr. Courier. Meepo illusion coming in. What about...
Okay, Aghanim scepter on this guy, Shadow Shaman. So that's something.
That is a pretty big deal, actually. Pretty good for holding ancients when everyone's all together. I mean, you can kind of feel the fear, right? You're up 30,000 gold. You've got megas. There's not even tier 4s, but
Radiant's ancient
I mean, we've seen crazier comebacks than this for sure.
Yeah, but this is so tough, man. Like, no one is going to deal damage.
is under attack.
Throws can happen though. Throws can happen. You know, like, this weapon is not doing any damage right now. He still needs one more item. Deadliest or something. At least Chrysalis.
Ember Spirit does have enough money for buyback here. He's probably going to need it in this team fight. Wolves are coming. Nice blink stun onto 2. Chemister taken very low already. Forced to use the BKB really early. Now the super long shackles out of nowhere. They're able to take down this Earth Spirit, but the Ancient, look at the Ancient. It's going down so fast. Can the Axe Wards do it? No. Meepo just takes it down. Alrighty. Steel Wolves Destiny. That's what their name is. Alright.
What do you think? What was the problem with the draft?
I don't really think there was so much of a problem.
I mean, the last pick wasn't it a little weird? I don't know. Like, it
Oh,
was a
the
Klink's last pick.
Clinks? I guess the Clinks really didn't do too much, but I'm just wondering if anyone else could have done better.
He was supposed to do a lot in the lane. Like he was supposed to win the lane and start moving around the map. That was the plan. But he got killed again and again by the supports. They constantly focus the bot lane a lot.
I mean, he technically did
Chemistry
win the lane, right? Technically. And then he just got gagged 3 times in a row and died 3 times in a row.
yeah, he got ganked a lot, and even though like Tident and Chemister had good times, this Klinks didn't hit the timings, and that was a problem, I guess. And Meepo just did his Meepo thing. That top lane fight was very important. They went one by one and died at the same time. Yeah, and they lost the Rex.
Well, the other thing that I want to ask is, were Potato Farmers too passive there? So
I don't think they were too passive.
at some point they did start going around taking towers using their ultimates, right? But I feel like they could have done that maybe, even 5 minutes earlier, when the Ember Spirit was still really far ahead before this Meepos got the blink. I feel like they could have just put that into action just 5 minutes earlier, gotten the game rolling a tiny bit faster, and I feel like that would have bought enough space for this Clinks, but I don't know.
When they went mid, right? They should
Sorry?
have when they went mid for the mid push. The
Right,
top lane
right.
wasn't pushed. Yeah, the top lane wasn't pushed out far enough, and they didn't consider that. Like that was game losing. I don't think any other mistakes were there apart from smaller things and this Klinks not hitting his timings.
Well, then again, given what you just said, then do you really think the Clinks pick was that problematic?
Yeah, I do think Klinks pick was that problematic because I think there must be another options, right? Even something like Monkey King or Phantom Assassin if it wasn't banned, or even something like Lycan if they have a Lycan player, it would have been much better right there.
Isn't Lycan bad against Meepo though? You get the perma root.
Yeah, but you don't care about that, right? They have two squishy supports, and you can just run after them. You
I
get the catch,
guess.
right?
Yeah.
Because Ember is always going to provide you with catch. He's going to shearing chain. So there should be someone with Klinks can do that with right items and right farm. He can run after people, but like Lycan can do the same job much more effectively. He can
Okay.
pick the faster. He offers Roche potential. He can get Necro 3 and they can do Roshan. That was what was lacking. Like They were in control of the game. Still, they couldn't take Roshan when top T2 tower was taken, right? So after that, what was their next objective? They could have taken Roshan, but they didn't have the better Roshan rider.
I mean, now that you say the Lycan, a Lycan with a Necro Free is pretty good against the Weaver. It's one of the few heroes who can actually keep up with a Weaver and keep him in check.
Yeah. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. They can always come back in the second game, and the tournament is just starting. So this will be like fun games to watch and cast.
I mean, this is sort of the. I mean, this is literally the first game of the season, right? This is sort of where these
First,
teams get to feel each other out.
I think they're definitely banning that Meepo.
Yeah,
First
I
game.
mean,
Yeah.
in their defense, though, again, in their defense, we haven't seen this team before, so we don't really know what they're capable of.
That's a problem, right? Someone picks Meepo like that, and you don't know what to do. Like, come on. Even if like Meepo wasn't farmed, right? Ember was owning mid lane. He was solo killing him twice. Still, this Meepo just jungles and comes back into the game, carries it. Happens sometimes.
I mean, in some sense, though, it's better than having a Meepo who is dominating the whole laning phase and then just destroys the game in 25 minutes.
I mean, I don't know. I would feel much worse right now. I mean,
And we would probably be done with game 2 if that was the case at this point.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go grab some water. We'll be right back.
Hello.
Hello.
My voice is better. Is it more audible?
I guess.
Yeah, I boosted the microphone. I can boost it more if you want me to.
That sounds about right, actually.
Radiant
Okay.
team ban.
So, game 2.
Yeah. First stage bans are going to be interesting. Psychological battle going on right now. Like it always gets going when first game of the series is over and second series bans are going on.
Dire team ban.
So you don't really want to first ban Meepo, right? That's not a thing.
I mean, it depends. Like how psychologically they are thinking. Like if they don't want to deal with it, they'll just ban it. And if they are going to deal with it, then they'll think about the last two picks with uh, which they can respond. Like
10 seconds
right
remaining.
now, Silvers will have the 18th pick,
Radiant team
which is
ban.
really good. So I don't know. Potato farmers have to think about the last pick that can counter the Meepo if they are not banning it in the first stage. We'll see.
Dire team
Yeah,
ban.
we will see.
Team pick.
No Meepo ban, it seems. I believe these are there's one or two bans are different from Steel Wolves, but I'm pretty sure Potato Farmers
Dire
banned
team pick.
the exact same lineup, so
Wow, I love this hero a lot. Like if the Oracle player is really good, he'll do a lot in the game.
it does have a lot of tricky combos as well that you can pull off with that Oracle.
Like level 1, it has a best mana to damage ratio.
Remaining.
Level 1 spell is first
Yeah,
spell.
that's kind of
It's,
ridiculous. And then the fact that it can't be disjointed and it stopped TPs,
Dire
that
team
is
ban.
actually kind of ridiculous.
okay.
Oh, this is interesting.
This is offlane Night Stalker. I'm calling it right now. This is May Night Stalker.
So that's one way to deal with
Team pick.
the
Yeah,
Oracle ulti, right?
it is.
Radiant team
Because
ban.
you can't purge it off, right? It's an aura. You can't
Yep.
purge off the silence. Yeah.
So yeah,
But yeah,
whoever he goes on is going to be silenced, and you can just go for the Oracle himself. And
but can you purge off the aura from Night Stalker? Does it work that way?
Ban.
I'm
Like
pretty
just
sure it
like
doesn't work that way. I am pretty sure it does not. Looking at these picks from Steel Wolves, though, that first two pick
Team ban.
is how stuff looks really scary for
Team pick.
any core. I was gonna say, actually, a Juggernaut is something that Steel Wolves could pick up, so Potato Farmers taking that one for themselves.
yeah.
And a lot of the obvious picks have been banned out by Potato Farmers themselves, too. The PA, of course.
You know what's good here right now? I think Ursa is good right now. They can pick Ursa right now on the side of Steel Wolves.
5 seconds remaining.
Because Ursa Oracle lane is going to be a very good lane. A very, very good lane. And it's going to be a nightmare for Night Stalker, that lane. No pun intended. But yeah, I think Ursa is a good pick here. Like I'm surprised that that hero hasn't got banned right now.
Does the Ursa pair well with the two heroes that they already have, though?
Yeah, it does. It does. Like even with Magnus, it pairs very well. The Emperor is very good. It makes him farm faster, and he can hit his timings much faster than like normal. And with Oracle, it's really good because you can root someone for a long time, and Ursa can run it the person, and it's just
I guess. I mean, Steel Wolves, they're taking a lot of time here. I'm pretty sure they would have gone for that Juggernaut if Potato Farmers hadn't picked it up, but they've picked up the Juggernaut, they've banned the PA and the Troll. What do you go for here? Because Ursa's still strong, but he did get nerfed quite a lot recently, right?
I think Ursa is still strong, in my opinion, because of movement changes. He can run at this power supports, and I don't know. They went for PN, okay.
Uh, PL into Night Stalker?
Yeah.
Isn't that
I
like...
mean, this, yeah. I don't know. PL will do fine in the lane, at least for first 5 minutes. Night Stalker won't be able to do much. But like even the later matchup versus Juggernaut and PL is interesting.
5 seconds
Like Juggernaut, if he gets better leading start, he can cleave off with his Battle Fury and do very well.
So about
But then
that,
go for,
we don't really see Battle Fury all the time, but against Phantom Lancer, do you feel like that's just you go Battle Fury no matter what?
I think Battle Fury is good versus Phantom Lancer. Either that or you go for Mjolnir build. Either of that. You go for Maelstrom and stuff. Maelstrom is pretty decent too, but it isn't that good as Battle Fury is.
Radiant team pick.
Okay.
Dire
That
team
is a
This kill
pretty
follow
nasty
from
combo.
station.
Oh, look at
Oh
this
my
though.
god. This sustain, man. The sustain from Still Wolf's Destiny is going to be so ridiculous right now. I'm just watching their draft. And Kunkka board plus Oracle ulti plus Magnus counter initiation. Oracle heals.
10
Yo,
seconds.
how's the Timbersaw look here
5 seconds remaining.
for Steel
Timber
Wolves?
Soffer. Okay.
No, for Potato Farmers, rather. You definitely don't want to pick it into the Night Stalker, but Timber's good against Kunkka, right? And he's good against Magnus, and he's good against PL.
Yeah, it's decent versus PL, but once PL gets diffuser, like it's kind of very sad to play
Are you
Timbersaw.
worried about this PL at all, though? Because you've got a Night Stalker who's great against PL, you got an Earthshaker who's great against PL, and then you have the Juggernaut who, like you say, is probably going to get a Battle Fury.
Yeah. You can always play around Shaker LT, but you're right, Night Stalker can be a problem in the night times if they take good fights. It's going to be based a lot on the execution because even if all the spells are going to counter him, he's going to farm much faster than Juggernaut can because he has Magnus on his side.
Team back.
Mm.
And he's always going to have Oracle on his team. And if Oracle has very good positioning, I don't think PL will die this game once mid
Yeah,
Magnus
that is
dies.
interesting, actually, because early game there really isn't that much synergy, but then late game, once PL gets a heart,
Team
how do you ever kill this guy?
Yeah.
His Oracle pops the ulti, the heart heals him up to literally full health. Hmm. Oh, interestingly enough, actually, Potato Farmers, they ban out the Timbersaw. I thought they might have picked it up themselves, but they were apparently worried about that, so
10
they
seconds.
take that one out. And Steel Wolves, I was thinking of which carries that I'd missed that would go well with the Magnus and the Oracle, and Monkey King is definitely a hero that would go well with the Magnus and the Oracle. You get the cleave, you have the built-in heal amplified by the Oracle, and it
Monkey
goes great with the RP too, but they panned that one out themselves.
and Monkey is really good as a mid hero versus Kunkka. He can rotate very well, make some
Fair
stuff.
enough. Fair enough. And I guess Monkey King into Night Stalker is kind of questionable because of the flying vision.
Dire team pick.
I think. Do you think they will go Amber again on the side of Potato Farmers?
That's the obvious pick, right? You played it last game. You know it
Yeah, probably.
works.
Probably he wants Ember or he wants SF because SF can own the lane versus Kanka.
It's funny to hear you say that because a month ago,
10 seconds.
SF would get absolutely shit stomped.
Yeah.
5
I
seconds
mean,
remaining.
SF can do well versus Kanka. Personally thinking he has better, you know, wave clearing mechanism. He can control runes much better. Like initially, he may have problems with last hits and denies, but as he reaches level 3 and he gets 2 levels in race, he will be very strong.
Hero select.
Okay, this is last hit. Good versus PL. I
Um,
completely forgot about this hero.
um, is this a core Leshrac or a support Leshrac?
the mid Lashrak? Mid Lashrak is really good versus. Okay, what? What
I
just
guess it
happened?
is the mid left track, but I guess Chemister doesn't play it.
Yeah, probably Chemista doesn't play. So Lashrak is really good versus PL,
Mm,
but someone has to go in, right? This Night Stalker has to build all the aura tanky items, Crimson Guard and pipe and all that stuff, and
yeah.
he has to start the initiation. He has to go in for others to deal damage because they don't have anyone who can go in the, you know, in all the spells and tank all that stuff.
I do have to
Arshika
point
doesn't want to
out
go in first.
both teams can push pretty fast.
Yeah, they have Shadow Shaman plus PL. Let's check. I think Potato Farmers are better pushing lineup. Lashtek W can push much faster than even Shadow Shaman was.
Mm. Both teams do
And
have big ultis.
yeah, they do.
This
I
is
mean,
shaping up to be a pretty hype game, I guess.
I still think Potato Farmers can play much faster game. They just fight around night time.
Mm-hmm.
That's their game, and they have to fight when the ultis are down. When Magnus ultis are down, and someone has to get force up on the side of Radiant because Night Stalker silence will be very you know irritating unless Magnus gets BKB.
Mm. Yeah, that is definitely going to be an issue. I don't know. I just feel like Night Stalker in general is so scary to play against.
Yeah, but lot will be depending on the laning stage, right? If you can get enough levels, enough farm in the laning stage on this Night Stalker, you can do things in the first line night time with Lashtek and Earthshaker.
Uh,
But if he doesn't get the good laning stage, then he'll be always catching up in the whole game.
Speaking of Earthshaker, I do feel like a lot is riding on this Earthshaker because he's kind of their only reliable fight starter, if that makes sense. Because, yeah, you
But
can run at people with the Night Stalker, you can run at people with the Leshrac, but these are really, you see them coming from a mile away, right? Normally.
but again, I think about Earthshaker and I feel bad for him. Like in the first 5 minutes, what are you going to do in the next lanes? Like Kunka doesn't care about getting blocked in, and nor does PL care about your fissures, at least in the early game. So I don't think he has a lane to gank to, which ensures a perfect kill. Maybe they can trial in and they can get kills out of there.
What, so just sit back and pull and stack and whatnot?
Yeah, probably they should control and give their Juggernaut a better time. And Night Stalker can, do some stuff. Probably Shaker can help Night Stalker in the early game. Like first 2-3 minutes, probably pull creeps from here, take them to the back of the tower, get some XP for Night Stalker, and then he can leave the Night Stalker alone.
Okay.
Because this Magnus is offlane, right? He isn't going to have great start. Great start too because Dazzle plus. Okay, are they running this
Uh,
Juggernaut mid?
uh,
That changes a lot of things.
how does that work?
I don't know. Like,
So again, a month ago, I
okay,
would have said Konka destroys this matchup, but
okay.
that nerf to his Tidebringer being unable to deny really does change the matchup for a lot of heroes. Suddenly goes from being really good against SF to actually pretty bad.
Yeah. I don't know. This will be passive lane. I don't think Kunka can kill Juggernaut. If he always saves his Blade Fury, then I don't think he'll die.
30
Oh, and you
seconds.
just end up Blade Furying the wave.
Yeah.
You definitely don't have that level 6 kill pressure. If you're something like a Leshrac, you definitely have to be scared once you hit level 6 on the Kunkka. We have a bit of a chase here. Cass getting run down by a couple of heroes. Start of the Fortune's End, but not gonna be that big of a deal. Like you say, it's just there for the cost-efficient damage.
Okay, so they're tri-laning here, and as I said, Archika is going to help him.
Okay, the stun comes out. Does secure them that bounty. Looks like that's gonna be it. What's the final score? 2 for 2, I think?
Yeah. But Magnus lost so much health right now.
Does
Top
have
lane is
5
going to be very
tangos.
tough for him. I think top is going to be very difficult for Magnus right now. Even more difficult than bottom lane it will be. Like Dazzle has to play the right way. They can run him down at level 1. He shouldn't get level 2 in this lane.
Well, Pika gonna do his best to make sure that what you just said becomes a reality. Don't want to fight that guy while you got that poison touch on you. And it's still on him, actually. Is he just gonna die here to the poison touch? Skewer back. Tower gets 1 or 2 hits off. The creeps doing their job as well. Who's gonna die first? One of them's gonna die. Are both of them gonna die? Nope, Pika's not gonna die. And zap. That is a dead Magnus, just like you said.
He has to pull immediately. He has to pull right now, or he'll get the XP. Because Lashek didn't control the wave properly.
He's gonna pull here. But Magnus, he is gonna be able to hit level 2 quite... Ooh.
Okay, and as I said, Night Stalker is going back and just going to pull the lane.
Ah.
From there and try to.
That is one way to deal with a tri-lane.
Yep.
It's not really a tri-lane if you're not in the lane.
This SS is going to deal so much damage right now.
Yeah. There we go. 76 base damage. You thought I was a squishy int hero.
This is not going to work out. May is going to die again.
I mean, it's not like he can TP at this point either. I think he's just dead. Alright, he is definitely dead.
Yeah, but this will allow him to get some levels, I guess, because the wave will push in and he can TP in and get levels.
Maybe. As top lane, we see another death here. You think exactly the same thing happened. He tried to skewer back into the tower, but ended up taking too many right clicks with that poison touch. And now he is dead yet again. Does actually pull the Oracle up here, so that changes the bottom lane a lot.
Yeah, and a huge wave is coming in bottom lane, so Night Stalker is going to get levels. So.
Because one way of dealing with this pull is if you have the tri-lane, you just kill them under their tower, or just completely zone them away, but with just the two of them, I don't actually see that happening, although they are gonna try.
He's fine.
Earthshaker turns around with the... Yeah, he's fine.
May is just saying, I'm just waiting for this creep wave. I don't care. I'm not fighting.
Yeah. Look at all this juicy XP. The question now, actually, do you leave him alone to take the XP? Or do you share the XP with the Earthshaker?
No. He's much more important right now. Night Stalker is much more important than Earthshaker. He shouldn't come right now in the XP zone.
Well, he gets his level 2, and... Oh, yeah, it actually looks like he's gonna back off there. Okay. So mid lane...
Magnus will also get some levels now. He's already level 3. Actually, he's doing quite well. Because Lashek didn't, control the creep wave perfectly. So he got few levels.
I mean, again, it's the... dying is a thing, but if there's multiple range creeps under your tower, that's free XP, so... Looks like both offlanes going to be getting their fair share of XP.
Yeah. I want to see how mid lane is doing. Okay.
Pretty even. Slight edge here for Kunkka. But he also doesn't have the wave. I mean, with this DD, I'm pretty sure chemistry evens is out, so...
Let's see how many last hits he gets.
You better get all of them if you have a DD. Come on. Excuse me!
He misses.
Okay. But again, though, this is he does catch up in farm, so this is pretty much a dead even lane, exactly like you said it would happen. They're just trading farm here.
You
So
just cursed him, man.
if he hadn't missed that last hit, it would be dead even.
Bottom lane.
Ooh, Shadow Shaman, can he deny? Yes, he can deny.
This is like free trip to Fountain. He loves this. He'll get boots and he'll TP. He'll get some more wards. He loves that. But they'll get the bounty room.
Look at this, Pika. Code on the wrong side of town does have a Leshrac on the high ground, though. This is on the wrong high ground as well. The stun misses, however, so they aren't going to be able to turn it around straight away here onto the Magnus. Still going to have plenty of damage, though. That Diabolic Edict is a very good spell.
Is he going to snipe him?
Sorry?
I thought he's going to snipe him. He's going to go for the kill. Last check.
We're selfish carries here. No idea what you're talking about. So, the bounty count... What was the bounty count?
It's
Two for two, okay, yeah. Top lane again. Poison touch here onto the Magnus. He's gonna turn back for the skewer, but I don't think that does him any favors. I mean, sorry, he actually just tanks through the tower. And this is almost certainly a dead tier 1 top.
Yeah, it is. He buys bottom, but he sells it. He buys again. Okay.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Magnus actually, he knows the danger that he's in. He doesn't TP straight up, ends up missing a lot of EXP top, but pretty sure that's the right decision. I'm pretty sure he would have just died if he TP'd to the tower in their vision. So,
Yeah.
making the best out of a bad situation. He does have level 2 Empower, so that's a very...
Night Stalker needs level 6 as soon as possible. He should get 2.
Yeah, speaking of Night Stalker, he's getting 1v freed here. And they're going for the kill. They will get it quite easily, in fact.
Kunkka is rotating. Archigар is dead.
Okay. I mean, that was a bit of a gambit, and there's 2 risks when you go for this, right? One risk is the guy who's trying to pull dies, and the other risk is the guy in lane dies, and you actually end up having both die, which is not good, believe it or not.
Okay, so both the safe lanes are going very well. So Lashwick will be very much impactful than this PN in mid game because he can start rotating, help take mid tower, start rotating around. That will be the difference between the 2 teams, I guess, in mid game at least.
So again, you say the safe lanes are going well, but this is a PL, and I am somewhat concerned about how he scales.
Yeah. I mean, Lashwick isn't doing that well in last hit department. I don't know why. He was pretty much
Yeah.
relay.
I guess he was just busy trying to get kills, but in terms of net worth, he's doing alright. Did pick up a couple of kills there, did take the tower. And looks like he might get some more kills here as well. Shadow Shaman taking a lot of damage from that Diabolic. He's just dead, oh my god. Wow. That wasn't even close.
I think someone should rotate mid from potato farmers. They should get this Kunkka. Because if they give the chance for Kunkka to rotate and kill people, it's going to be very tough.
Oh, bottom lane. Mei goes down yet again.
Yeah, May is having a rough game right now. He needs to get 2 at level 10 and get level 6 as soon as possible.
He's level 4 right now, I'm afraid to say.
Dire's mid
He's level 5 after this rage clip, preferably.
top tower is under attack.
Weren't you saying how it would be nice if Mei could get a, early levels, actually be a menace in nighttime? All he's done during nighttime is die. He's died twice.
Yeah, now he has to wait for 5 more minutes to get going on the map.
Yeah. Day is about to hit, but under the cover of night. What can the Wolves do here? Actually, they catch the Leshrac TPing there. A bit of an interesting situation as he gets pulled back and not what, I don't even know. You do get the kill eventually, but after a little too much effort. But Reflex, we'll see what he can do here. He's got a really high level X. No Torrent, however.
This is funny.
Now, this is very funny, actually. Cassie's he wants to turn around. Does end up dying, and this is actually starting to turn into an out-of-control Kunkka. He's pretty much got his armlet right now.
I think Pika is dead. Is he? I don't know. Magnus is coming there.
I'm just gonna let him go. He can purge it off himself anyway, right? Yeah, he purges it off. Nothing to see here. Meanwhile, mid lane, like you say, Chemister is just spinning every single wave. And he's finding his farm, so the net worth, we do have a quite clear hierarchy here. At the top, we've got Kunkka, plenty of farm, couple of kills. Now taking top lane. Juggernaut kind of behind him, but not doing bad either, going straight for that Battle Fury as you predicted. And right behind him, we have this Phantom Lancer.
Sorrow did the right thing. He tried to pressure this PL because he can do it very well at this stage of time. They almost killed him.
But this Kunkka is just stronger, right? Although he actually doesn't quite have his armlet just yet. Ooh. And here comes Oracle. They're trying to turn things around. He does have the last Purifying Flames. We'll be able to take him down. Has another Purifying Flames here. But that's not quite enough damage. He's going to die first. RP only hitting one. And all of a sudden, Chemister shows up. And he's got an Omni Slash. And he's angry. And he's going to use it. But it's on a Magnus, who is actually surprisingly tanky. Not tanky enough, though. Spin does finish. And with that, that's going to be a 2 for free trade. Big winner here, of course, is Sorrow. Walks away. Just barely there.
But see who is getting levels in the mid lane. Shadow Shaman. He's going to hit level 6 soon.
That is a pretty big deal. And this is a pretty strong point, I want to say. Once this Kunkka gets his armlet, once he pops that shrine, then they'll have level 6 perhaps on their Shadow Shaman. And they can go for pushes. And in daytime, I actually don't see how Potato Farmers stop this. Because the Dark Jug is really not that strong at this point. He's got a Perseverance and a couple of Wraith Bands. That is not good for fighting. And you've got Leshrac, but he doesn't quite have the Yule Scepter yet, and without the Yules, he just dies in these fights. So I don't know.
Do you think Atos is better item on Lashrac right now?
Generally speaking, yes, but you need to get the Yules against the Kunkka.
Yeah, but you can always follow it up with use, right? Like Atos really early when we kick it out now. It's really good. And
I guess.
PL done Doppelganger out of the root, right?
Technically, he can. Oh wait, no, you mean the... Because you can't do it before it hits, and then you just disjoint it.
Yeah, you can do it before, right? But if
I don't think you can do it after.
Yeah, you can do it after. That's the point, right? It lasts a long time, and then you can kill the PL at this stage because Lashrac does so much damage versus PL at this stage. So this last pick was really good. The Lashrac pick was really good.
Well, be it Atos or Yules, the matter of fact is that Sorrow does not have either of these items right now, and here comes that push that we're talking about. Both supports smoked behind the Kunkka here. They did actually want to go for a pick-off, but they weren't able to find anyone. Pika's smart enough to know what is up, so he ends up taking down that ward as well. Still, I don't think they're going to be able to defend this tower.
Shaker is really poor, man.
I mean, that's the thing about Earthshaker. It's a really good Earthshaker game, but where are you gonna farm? Oh, look at this. Actually, look at that indeed. They missed the Torrent combo. They finally do get the kill, but that was a little too dicey, which allows the Shaker to get close, but not close enough for that Echo Slam. He does have the Grave. He's gonna have to use that to walk out. Now he gets X'd back in. It is finally nighttime, double Torrent, and that is gonna be a dead Shaker. Now the route here onto Mei. he is turned into a chicken, flying away, gets pulled back yet again. And that is free kills just like that. Quick and easy. They take the tower, they take the kills, and they might even go for more. Kunkka just absolutely fucks up his X combo, or decides better. I don't know which. In any case, it's a bit strange, but this is a very strong Kunkka, mind you. Top of net worth, super cost efficient items, double bracer, drums, armlet. This is like the alpha male right here. You can smell his manliness in his realm from like 10 meters away. And in comparison, the next highest net worth on Potato Farmers is this Juggernaut, who is still 1,000 gold away from Battle Fury. You just can't fight this Kunkka.
Chemistry is just don't fight for 10, like keep on fighting for 10 minutes. I'm not going to fight for 10 minutes. Let me get some items, then I'll get you.
How long can you do that for, though? Mid lane? Shadow Shaman is all alone, eating that Omni Slash. That was kind of brutal.
Yeah, they can try to take this mid tower now.
Can they, though?
They can.
Leshrac, still no Yules. Gets RP'd there. But, do they have the damage? They absolutely do. There is a grave, he won't get it off. I'm telling you, man, this Kunkka.
This Kunkka is just... He has this empower on him, and he does 200 damage? What the fuck?
That's a lot of damage. That is actually like 300 damage. When you include the... more than 300, almost 400 damage even, when you turn on the armlet. That's the problem with the Leshrac, not having the Yules. It happened once before, and it happened again. You just get X'd back. You really need that Yules. I don't think Athos is viable at all if you're constantly out of position, getting X'd, getting torrented, getting boated, getting RP'd, whatever it is. They are able to actually defend this tower due to Kunkka backing off for whatever reason, which is likely gonna be a deny eventually. They're hesitating on it though.
Once Kunkka gets BKB, he won't be killable. He's not even killable right now. But I don't know.
Leshrac out of position again, perhaps. Shadow Shaman able to tank through all of the damage this time thanks to his Oracle, and this will heal him all back up. And, well, here we go again. No Yules means a pretty dead Leshrac, or not. That heal coming in very handy. Shaker with the ulti doing absolutely nothing to this Kunkka. He's still alive, actually. Nope. Finally does go down there, and now it's nighttime. And, well, here comes the Batman. Batman flying over trees, hunting your supports, going under towers. Support number 2 dead on the other side, but perhaps so is this. Oh no, Leshrac's actually dead. Still doesn't have the Yules. Finally gets it from the grave. As, well, it's actually 4 heroes down here. 3 heroes left alive. Grim the only one, but he won't get anything because there's a grave. In fact, he might just die himself, although Mei going in is gonna survive just barely there. 4 for 1 trade, actually. Wow.
Shadow Shaman? Nah, he won't TP. And Juggernaut meanwhile was farming.
Yep, and that is the Battle Fury completed. He took the tier 2 tower as well, so we're kind of making jokes about Chemister being, okay, well...
I mean, I was serious that that's what he's asking his team for, right? That's what Juggernaut wants to do, because he's going to do well against PL once game gets longer with his Battle Fury and all the stat items. So,
yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, so now I'm worried about the opposite side, is we've got this Phantom Lancer. Now he's got the Defusal, sure, but he's also almost, well, he's more than 3,000 gold behind this Juggernaut, so...
And even if we are constantly pointing out that Lashtrack isn't having that good of a team, he's still having a higher net worth than this PL.
Yep. And he finally does have that. He finally does have the Yule. So all the problems he was having before, he just does not exist. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You just pop the Yules and GG. There is the Blink Dagger on the Magnus. I suppose that is the one thing to point out from the Steel Wolf side.
Yeah.
And our Earthshaker, who was really struggling to find the farm earlier, is quite close to a Blink Dagger of his own. You can see the farm party being given to him now as well. That said, there are a couple of people eyeing him up. They know he doesn't have the Blink Dagger, they know he has it soon, and they know they're going to be able to kill him right now. Because he is Ixed, he is Hexed, he is Torrented, he is a lot of things. But he's also soon to be dead. As bottom lane, we miss a kill. I say soon to be dead. Yes, he is definitely soon to be dead. He dropped the boat. There's no help coming. They were too busy killing people bottom. So, you trade the position 1 for the Earthshaker, but the Earthshaker is denied his blink. Not too sure who that favors.
It certainly favors Dire. It doesn't matter, like at this stage, that blink won't do that much. Like he'll eventually get it at some point of time. But PL dying is like, it's like at the same time, this Juggernaut is going to keep up, and they're also going to pressure this bottom down. So definitely a win for Dire.
Alright. Like you say, tower dead. Doesn't look like Potato Farmers want to stop here. Here comes Kunkka. But here comes the Juggernaut. He saw this was coming. The Torrent. Gonna be dodged there.
Nice.
Leshrac, you are walking into a... Oh, RP not able to come out thanks to the silence there from the Night Stalker. But they're able to take down Leshrac regardless. And now Chemister. No Blade Fury. He's eating the Torrent there. Can he actually fight his way out of here? Looks like he'll be able to TP just barely. That was surprisingly close, disturbingly close. Now Night Stalker held in place. Kunkka has made the rounds back, and with this, it's a full cleanup there.
Shaker is just hitting the jungle. He's like, I'm not getting out of this jungle. I'm not showing on the map till I complete this blink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, not using his Soul Ring, which is a bit triggering, but there we go. Finally does use it. That did go a lot better for the Wolves than I expected, though. Because I thought this Leshrac's Yules was actually going to change things, but I think he died before he ever even used it.
He tried to go on Oracle, so he can kill the Oracle first, and Oracle can't save any people. But I don't think he used the Sun on them properly. So he got caught in the bad position. There is a pause. Okay.
So speaking of this Oracle really is a problem now, though, right? Because he's got that Spirit Vessel, he's got level 2 False Promise.
Exactly.
Like,
And,
you don't kill anyone who he decides to save.
Yeah, because Oracle ulti with Ghost Ship is really good because all the damage will be delayed, right? It will be like 50% of damage will be delayed. So instead of double the damage in the Oracle ulti, it will be like half the damage, like only the single damage, whatever is happening. So that's really good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very long shackles here onto Juggernaut, but his team very far out of position. Or really, maybe no one was out of position there. It's something to do with positions, and the end result is that this Juggernaut walks away fine.
Do you like Manta on Juggernaut? Or should you go on SNY?
Not much of an opinion. I feel like it's handy sometimes to deal with the Oracle Disarm, but eh.
Yeah. It's good versus Disarm, but yeah, and it's good versus Magnus ulti if you can dodge it.
A bit of an awkward engagement mid. We've got Leshrac showing here. Skewer back onto 2. They do have the RP, and that's also onto 2. Hiding in the trees like a creepy little man is this Earthshaker who actually does absolutely nothing.
He still has
And he still has Blink, still has Echo. Kunkka stunned up there. Finally gonna get taken down. Ends up going for the Radiance, actually, instead of the BKB there. Oh, we're not done yet. It is nighttime. And this is a PL who does not have a good matchup against these heroes, but they're not going to go for him. Echo Slam still being held by Earthshaker.
This is very good timing right now. They can also look for Roshan, board the Roshan area, and look for next 5 minutes to control this area.
It is daytime, but that's only for a minute. Nighttime gonna hit again, and then May's gonna be Batman, and that vision superiority really is something.
How fast Lashrak does Roshan, because the diabolic addict is physical damage and it does a lot of damage to Roshan.
Mm.
So I think they are going to push out mid lane and top lane. Probably they'll try to look for one more fight and go Roshan.
I mean, Leshak in general is just a huge disco ball of damage, which is a big problem for this PL, I think. I just don't see this PL doing anything in fights. I got a bit of a smoke up here. Bit of an awkward timing because it's not nighttime. They don't have the ultimate. They do run into Kunkka, who is probably the hardest person to kill. You know there's no RP for 30 seconds or so. But again, this Kunkka, it's so hard to go in on him. Nighttime does finally hit. The runes do finally show up. Earthshaker, you do not want to be caught out of position like this. He's going to get taken down or not because the Grave holds him in place. He's going to try and TP out, but not a chance at all. And that's going to be...
Nah, he's fine.
A bit of miscommunication there, perhaps. Some team members going out. Earthshaker going for the runes.
It's okay, they got 4 runes. All the 4 runes. Because
Okay.
you cannot TP bot. Yeah. He got...
Oh, interesting. Shadow Shaman caught all alone. They missed the stun though, and with that... Okay, they are able to take him down, but I think missing that stun would cost him a lot. Missing a lot of things here, though. That wasn't even a silence. Reflex just fucked that up. He just fucked that up. Now the RP, it's good. Onto 2, but where's the follow-up damage? Really, they're busy chasing this Disco Pony. They will finally get him, but the Omni Slash coming through. A lot of damage there onto the PL. Can they actually heal this guy up, though? He's going to be taking a lot of damage here. Silence out onto the Oracle. No heals for you. And yeah, the PL does finally pop there, and now it's just a matter of chasing down May. He's got the ultimate back up, and well, that is a dead Oracle, so it costs them the Disco Pony as a result of him missing the stun, but he dug his own grave there. RP forced, and they get free kills, and it's still nighttime for quite a long while, so looks like this is going to be a tier 2 push. No less Shrek means a much slower push, but they do have the catapult there, and they do have a pretty damn farm Juggernaut, actually, so I think they should be able to take this tower. I should point out, by the way, we haven't seen a single Echo Slam, I swear.
Nah, we haven't. It's just saving them up. You know, it's like the fear of Echo Slam that's winning them the team fights.
Well, the team fights do seem to be going the way of PTF. Just barely.
Yeah.
But,
It's enough, I guess. It's enough.
Yeah.
Their core skill much better than the opponents. And let's like huge mistake going Radiance. I think that's big. I mean, Kunkka went Radiance, that's big.
I mean, so the Kunkka is going to scale well, right? But this PL, I am still very, very worried about.
Yeah.
He's gone for the Shadow Blade now as well, which is, you know, it's a
Okay.
little bit of damage. It's some smoke and mirrors, but it's not going to keep you alive from an Echo Slam or an Omni Slash. I mean, we saw last time he had the Oracle ult, right? And he still died.
Yeah, he did. We were talking about draft, right? That someone needs to run into the team fights for potato farmers, and we thought Lightstalker is going to do that. But for now, Lashrik is doing that, and Lashrik now has BKB for that. He can do it much better now. He can run into the people and let others come afterwards.
Well, here we go. Roshan started up here. RP, it is good. On to 2. But that's not the Earthshaker, and the Earthshaker, he's still got his ultimate. He's waiting yet again. A lot of damage coming through, but it's on to this guy who has the false promise. Now there's the Echo Slam. It's on to 2, but still actually not too much damage coming out onto this Kunkka, although finally there's the Deeps coming out. But Sorrow, on the other hand, he will get taken down, as does the Dazzle. But, I mean, it's just the 2 cores, the 2 position ones ripping apart the enemy team here. Chemister, gonna be cleaning up these wards. Lots of buybacks coming out. Oracle? Oh no, Oracle, this is not where you want to be.
Kunkka is coming though.
Ooh, yeah, Kunkka is coming. Kunkka did buy back here. He is gonna hit that torrent, and pretty sure that's a that's a dead May.
And Juggernaut is trying to do the Roshan. They need to
Oh, this is gonna be really close. The skewer away from the Roshan, taking him out. He takes down the healing ward as well. No healing ward for you, sir, but can you fight your way out of this? He does have a little bit of help. The boat comes in, dodged by that spin, but the boat damage, it's good enough to keep this Magnus alive. He's got the Blink Dagger up now, and the Surfshaker has certainly overstepped his bounds. On the other side, we do see Juggernaut running away, but Roshan is going to be started up or finished up, or in any case, it's going to be taken here by the Kunkka. Picks up that Aegis. Potato farmers, they come back in, but for what?
I think it's all right. They got 2 buybacks out of this, right? Even if the opponents have Aegis, I don't think it's a huge deal.
Okay. I mean, at any rate, we are definitely gonna see a bit of a reset here. Tier 2 mid, probably gonna go down, but it's not like the Wolves have big ultis. Well, actually, I say that, Shadow Shaman, he's almost got his ult up. Do you go for this? You've got double catapult wave. I mean, if you get a pick off here onto May, that could be big, but pretty tanky. Pretty tanky. He did use the Crimson Guard on this tier 2, however, which means no Crimson Guard for the tier 3 if they choose to press the issue.
They have Shadow Shaman wards. Yeah, they can go for that.
And now they have an X onto the Leshrac.
Okay, he'll just use the use.
Okay. Glyph forced out here, tier 3 taken down to half health. Taken down very, very quickly. Astorov on the PL thinks about going in, but he is so squishy.
Nice Stalker is going if they want to chase this fight. And he's looking for an angle, to catch some support.
Well, he did pop the ult, but he doesn't have that much longer on it. If they want to fight, it's going to be now. And while they are going to go for the fight, the bash is coming through, but the Hex on the other direction. Leshrac coming round the backside. Does get the stun onto the Oracle. Can't get the False Promise off. Although he won't need to use it at all. Now the RP, it's onto 2. Kunkka pops back up from the Aegis here. Tries to get the X, does miss it onto May. Now May hexed up, taking a lot of damage. Glimmer Cape not going to be useful against Shackles right now, although it will kick in. Now he's got the Rake Grave there as well. On the other side, we did see the PL just get out there thanks to the False Promise. And a very long skewer back here. But that damage, you gotta respect that damage. And now the Echo. Oh boy. Have you overstepped your bounds? The answer is certainly yes. And well, now it's just a matter of cleaning up the damage there from the Leshrac. And then just that Echo Slam.
This is like, he was saving the Echoes for this fight. He did this.
And just the control there, that's another 2-3 seconds that this Leshrac isn't dying, just outputting so much real damage.
And you know what, Kunkka and Magnus doesn't have buyback, so it's at least one lanes of barracks. At least 2 lanes of barracks actually.
They don't have the creeps though.
See the damage though.
Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, this Leshrac isn't even level 25. If he is level 25, easy. But who needs creeps actually? Creeps so overrated.
They'll get 2 barracks if they want to. Yeah, he's going for bottom lane.
Alright, Potato Farmer's going for the power play. Magnus not up for another 20, doesn't have the RP anyway, so yeah, not a chance.
They are calling Juggernaut. Come bot, like, stop going top.
I mean, look at this though. Phantom Lancer, invisible. What's he gonna do? He's gonna go in? He's gonna die, I guess. Not quite dead yet, but
They should listen now. This is fine. 2 lanes of barracks is a lot.
yeah. Well, looks like that's it here. But very, very costly, and we do finally see the first meaningful lead in this game in terms of net worth. 8,000 in favor of Potato Farmers, but really the creeps are where it's at. They've lost a lot of map control with this.
And they also have Crimson Guard, so next Roshan is going to be even faster for potato farmers.
This Juggernaut
I
is
mean,
hitting super scary levels of farm as well.
yep. I still think he is Butterfly over Skadi. Yeah, he's going for Butterfly. He'll be unkillable then. Okay, this Dazzle is on scouting duty right now. And there is Bloodstone pickup from Blaster. He wants to scale better. He doesn't go
Okay.
for. Yeah.
I mean, these days it does make you a fair bit tankier too. You pop the Bloodstone, you pop the Yules, you drop back down much healthier than you were before. And now with nighttime popping, they're gonna go for a smoke.
I don't think they should enter from here because Magnus can get a good RP. That can be a problem. They'll look for the Kanka kill.
Oh
They'll find
no.
this.
Konka, he does have the BKB. Whether or not he can get it off is one thing. He will get it off, but... yeah, that is one thing. Whether you survive, not perhaps the best use of the BKB there. The 10-second BKB, and again, no buyback.
Yep. No buyback.
Immediately
This
Magnus running into bottom lane.
Trying so hard to get his heart finished. And
Do you finish the heart over buyback?
you finished the heart. You're going to die twice. Anyways, if you don't finish the heart.
Fair enough. This way you have a chance.
Yeah.
But, time is a bit of an issue. Shadow Shaman gets the wards off, but Mei just flies above it all. Echo kinda whiffed there. Now, underneath the shackles, with this PL taking all of his mana, that is going to be cast taken down, but the racks are where it's at. Can they actually deal with this Juggernaut? There's no heart on this PL just yet. They're going to completely ignore the Juggernaut. Have our racks. We will have your team. Now the dust comes out here onto the PL. Nice pump fake there by Sorrow, but the RP is good onto 4. What's the follow-up, though? The follow-up is going to be a root and absolutely no damage. That was a bit sad. That was very sad, actually, and that is going to be Megas. One last range Rax bottom lane. Oracle doing what he can, but I don't think it's going to be enough to actually take down Mei there, and that is going to be Megas. Finally there, Yule's going to be good, but just buying a little bit of time for the boat as well as a Torrent to come in. Looks like they are going to be able to clean up this Leshrac eventually, but... yeah, they are going to kill him, sure, but that's Megas, and the Juggernaut gets away anyway.
Yep.
Well, on the bright side, PL almost has his heart, and no one other than the Shadow Shaman had to buy back. So that's something that the Wolves have got going for them. Also, the gold lead isn't too massive. It's 9,000 gold, which is significant, but nothing like the 30,000 gold lead that they had last game.
Yeah, but this is Megas. Like, I don't think they are coming back in this game. Probably
Well,
not.
I fancy their chances more than Potato Farmer's chances last game of
Yeah,
coming back.
yeah. Of course, it's more than the last. Yeah. Let me check the win probability. Wait, I don't have a Dota Plus.
I don't have Dota Plus either, I'm sorry. Heart completed.
Yeah, hard completed.
Not quite, actually. Fumbling a little there. So, the heart's done. But then,
Hard is done.
I don't think he has enough damage, really, to take out this Juggernaut.
Yeah, but he has to just buy time for his team. Yeah, the longer the fight gets going, the better it will be for him. He can always go in and out of the fights.
Yeah, I guess
With the Oracle heal.
it does go back to sort of the ability of the Wolves to just tank through everything, right? You got the Kunkka boat. Kunkka's super tanky himself. He's got that absolutely obnoxious plus 25 strength talent.
Yeah.
And then you have the Oracle on top of everything.
Radiant's bottom shrine. Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Nice, is one tanky Juggernaut.
Under attack.
3,500 health. More than 50 armor. Almost gonna have a butterfly. Definitely no way for this PL to take him down.
Radiant's top shrine under attack.
So Potato Farmer is doing it by the book. You go for the shrines. It's gonna be daytime soon, so not likely that they're gonna go in after that either.
Yeah.
Waiting for that Roshan, which is gonna be up pretty soon. I'm just gonna grab the runes, go for that Roshan. Go for the finish. I actually feel like you put the Aegis on the Leshrac.
Yeah, probably you can put it on either of the hero. It doesn't matter much. Like, yeah, Lash is better carrier of Aegis right now. And Lash is going to have Shiva's card soon.
You don't have to save for buyback, right? If you're the Slash.
Better to save for buyback. Like, that's the only way you lose the game. That you just don't have buyback, they buy back and kill your whole team and they just all go push mid.
Uh, uh. Roshan does finally respawn. It was pretty much a max timer there, but not gonna be alive for long. His Chemister has a DD. May has a Solar Crest, so that is a dead as duck Roshan.
Yep.
The Wolves not even gonna try. And they really should
See
try.
how tanky this guy is. He has like 3.4k HP, 35 armor. Okay, so Lastrik is getting cheese. And
Okay.
check it out with him.
I mean, I guess this just means that Chemister can just A-click on the Ancient, right? And here we go. Magnus has the RP, has the Force Stuff, has the Shadow Blade, has the
Okay,
talent
so
of Skewer range as well. Lots of
the win
potential big plays
probability
here.
is- Yeah. The win probability is nearly 100%. 99% for Space Potato.
Well, May pops the
Sorry.
ultimate. We've got a good 20-30 seconds here where they have absolute supremacy. Chemister taking literally no damage from these towers is disarmed. That's where that Manta does come in handy, but he doesn't want to use it yet, being very stubborn here. There is a Shadow-Bladed Phantom Lancer running around. BKB being popped by both Leshrac and Kunkka here. Leshrac going in deep. He does have that cheese. Will be forced to use it right here. Grave coming out as well, a bit redundantly. In the backlines, we have our Phantom Lancer trying to go for something, but it's actually a bit unclear as to what he can actually achieve. Now the Omni Slash bouncing through so many people, but actually taking none of them down. Glimmercape just saving this Oracle, and of course the False Promise saving Mr. Kunkka. So now Chemister gets pulled back, is in the backlines. Astaroth playing around with his heart, with his Shadow Blade. Looks like for now the Wolves are holding on. Magnus up in the air, does have that RP. Not actually going to use it. Again, the Echo Slam not hitting anything. And now they've pulled back this Mei, and it's a dead Mei.
Yeah, as we talked
Oh.
about, like if the fights are okay, happens, no big deal. Okay, that's
I
a
mean,
big deal.
I really can't help but feel that was because they put the Aegis on the Juggernaut.
Yeah, probably. What was Juggernaut doing that fight? I don't know.
He was chasing after 4 people, but he couldn't take any of them down. The Kunkka just survived with a False Promise. The Glimmercape just saved this Oracle. It's, I don't know.
He spent a lot in that fight and did no damage because of that, apart from Omni Slash damage, and that was the problem. Like he should have just trusted his team. Dazzle can grave or Shika can save you with his spells, and you just have to hit the tower. Okay, nice blink out from Earthshaker. Arshikar has money for Aghanim Scepter. That will give him much more mobility than right now.
Oh.
Okay, they want to end this game. They are very.
I mean, they go for the smoke here, but I feel like they might just want to wait for Omni Slash to be up, wait for... Oh, well, they're going to go anyway, no time for that. No Omni Slash here, they're going to take down this Shadow Shaman straight away. BKB Kunkka running away. Looks like he should be just fine, just about. I don't know about this Oracle, however. Does have a Glimmer Cape, does have a Ghost Scepter, does have a Force Staff. He's going to be fine. It's going to be pulling back this Juggernaut. There is a buyback on the Shadow Shaman. If he wants to use it, he will want to use it at this point. And, well, at this point, this is where you just gotta be a bit careful. Because you just lost the fight on the enemy high ground. Potato farmers playing it safe, gonna walk out, gonna wait for nighttime to hit.
You know what's funny? They don't know that ARP is down.
It's only down for another 7 seconds, and...
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
here we go! Stalemate number
Salute.
7.
Sorry. Okay, he pops a BTV.
Up, bottom lane. Nice stun there onto the Magnus, but the False Promise saves him. Mei running in here, gets Hex, but also gets the silence off just in time. Now the Omni Slash coming through. It's all onto this Kunkka. He gets bashed up here. He does have buyback Echo. It's only onto this PL, but I think that might just be... No, it's not even close to enough. Kunkka buying back there. Shadow Shaman still kept alive. RP, it is good, but it's only onto this Leshrac, who has the Shallow Grave, but the Shallow Grave did come out a bit too early there. Buybacks galore coming out here from the Radiant. The question here, really, do they have enough to take down this Juggernaut? Because he is still absolutely untouched in this fight. Well, both back PL trying to go 1 against 5, and this is not ending well. Both back Magnus now trying to go 1 against 5. That's not ending well either. You'll scepter up, and yeah, that is a very dead diebacked Shadow Shaman. And they're not even going to try killing this Kunkka. That's going to be GG call.
So the series is tied up right now.
Yeah. And the series is also over. Because I believe it is a best of 2.
Yeah, it is best of 2. Okay, I'm running late for my scrim. I'll just go.
Alright.
There is no winner's interview or anything, right?
Everyone.
Don't think so. Okay, see you. Nice casting with you.
Alright, well, that's it from Bishma, I guess. Let's see if we can get an interview from these guys.
Okay, see you guys later.
There is actually another game that's just about to start, so we should probably cut this short. I'm not sure if they need anyone to stream that other game, but if they do, then I can pick that up, I guess. But yeah, decent start. I guess 1-1 for the first series. Things are going to be interesting. Going in. Looks like we are going to be able to get an interview. We'll see if Mr. drops in. Noticing now that he did have a perfect game. Not dropping a single death. Unsurprisingly, top of hero damage.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
For the
So there's another game that's apparently supposed to start pretty soon, so I won't make this too long.
Alright.
So yeah, first game, Meepo pick.
Yeah, that was I mean, Meepo wasn't that much of a problem if you look at the game, but
Well, you beat him in lane.
Like, we didn't know how to play versus the Meepo properly. Like, we went in 1 by 1. Like if you looked at the fight at top Rex when we got an ultra kill, like we just went there one by one, and that's how he got an ultra kill. If at least like 2 people TP together, we could have killed the meepo. But like yeah, it's also about the Klink's pick, right? Because the Klink's pick is kind of 50-50 for me. I mean, Sora felt a bit
You're the
stronger
one who
on
picked it.
Hmm?
I mean, it was a 5th pick, and it really didn't do that much.
I know, like I wasn't really a fan of a Klink's pick though, even though Sora was confident on the pick. Like people could like Sven and Earthspirit can just run down a 400 HP or 500 HP Klinks, like 700 HP, whatever. Point is, its Klinks is very squishy and he can get run down very easily if you like. You can even dive him on the tower and it's gonna be very hard to save him. And if you get shut down in lane, it's very hard to recover, and that's how I think he kind of fell
Okay.
apart that game because Meepo went a bit ahead. We
So,
didn't do
supposing you had a slightly better core than Klink's, slightly better, you feel like you could have taken game 1.
Yes, I believe so. Also, if he didn't make a few mistakes, which was the main mistake with the top Rex fight, but whatever. I think Klinks wasn't really that great of a pick.
Right? Yeah, that happens.
That's
So,
my 2 cents.
you obviously got your shit together for game 2, seeing as you won that. So what's the deal with the mid Juggernaut?
Well, to be honest here, I thought I was gonna get Sora's Arcana for the game, but he didn't give it to me, and I got trapped with mid Juggernaut without Arcana. I mean, I didn't really want to play with Arcana. He told me he would give it to me, and then he picked Jug for me, and he said after that he said he was just kidding. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I really didn't want mid Juggernaut unless I got the Arcana. But yeah, it worked. It worked, you know. I'm still happy. I don't care about the Arcana right now.
It did work. I want to talk about Cass's playstyle. Very conservative on the ulti.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, you have to look at the ghost buff too, like the ghost ship buff from the Kunkka. Like whenever the Kunkka uses the ghost ship, it's very like Omni. If you Omni anyone who is affected by the ghost ship, the aura, like it's gonna be very hard to do even a bit of damage with the Omni Slash because the ghost buff is fucking insane. And on the PL, it's hard to use a Omni on the PL unless he has Doppelganger. And after level 25, it's very hard to me to decide whether I should like Omni after he just used Doppelganger or like Omni when he's very low. Like I got a bit 50-50 there, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then there's there's things like the false promise to worry about, right?
Yeah, also the Oracle ulti, which got me really mad.
So this is actually quite a hard game for you to play in some sense.
Yeah, in paper, it's kind of a hard game for me to play, but I don't know, I just felt a bit too comfortable on this hero. It is one of my most played heroes, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That is what Bishma was saying. So, okay, I guess to turn things around, perhaps if they had gone for the Juggernaut pick, which was in some sense sort of an obvious pick for them as well, right? Because they had the Magnus.
Yeah.
So perhaps if that hadn't happened, do you feel like that might have been enough for them to perhaps win game 2?
No, I mean we weren't worried about the Juggernaut pick. We discussed about it. We were thinking whether if we should ban PA Juggernaut or PA Troll, and we came to the conclusion that Juggernaut won't be as much of a problem if they pick it. We can pick it ourselves. They don't, but if they pick it, we won't have a problem dealing with it.
Okay, fair enough then.
Start that process. Yeah.
So this is the first game of the season. Any thoughts going forward?
Not really. I mean, I hope we can come out on top in this group, but yeah, let's not be. I'm not gonna be like unrealistic here and say my team's the best right now. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I have a lot of words for this question.
No, I think that's just about it. Actually, I'm just thinking there is a second game that is supposed to start pretty soon. Okay. So I figure we should give the stream over to that. So.
All right. Then.
Yeah. So do I say congratulations for a 1-1? Anyway, that's the game, folks. That was Steel Wolves Destiny versus Potato Farmers. That's the first game of Season 4 of ATDL. We are in the sea. I'm Stinky Pie. We've had Bishma with us for the series, and that's about it.
See you then. Thank you for the interview.
Peace.